I'm going to talk about occurring patterns. So let's start from actually, let's start from weather warnings first. So it's going to take a minute because this is going to be record breaking temperatures, but it is not weather warning yet. So let's look at weather warnings. Oh, it's messed up a little bit. So doesn't show up. So it's going to take a minute. So there's no weather warnings for most part of southern Ontario except London. So let's talk about the precipitation pattern. We're gonna skip the brush pattern on this. So this is where no precipitation is in 1 p.m. Let's look at 4 p.m. There is nothing else. 7 p.m. There is nothing else. Let's go to 7 a.m. Refresh actually. So London is going to get some 0.0. It's going to be, I'm gonna use the heaviest precipitation. So it's going to be 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So downtown Toronto is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Mississauga, Oakville, parts of Scarborough, Stouffville again, so including Georginia, Barrie, Wyatton, Lionshead, or Bayport, Elgin. Those cities are going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall, so including Hamilton, Burlington, so Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Southern Bay, Oella, Beverly Hills, Barrie, Oshawa, Scarborough, Borden, Scarborough, and Pickering, parts of it. Coburg, Uxbridge. Those cities are gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfalls. So let's report Elgin, Hanover. It's going to be 2.5 millimeters, no, 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's look at Oshawa. Oshawa is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Peterborough is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. This average. So Niagara on the Lake is going to get some heaviest it could get is going to be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Lightest it get 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara Falls City is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. That's Niagara Falls City. Include Midland's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So let's raise this. So it's just mix up. So ignore you don't need Georginia anymore. So even Beverly Hills. So Newmarket Orangeville Stouffville is going to be 0.20 no 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Newmarket Orangeville Stouffville. So let's do it again. Yeah, those are cities. So Melbourne's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to just checking for any missing cities. There should be at least nothing except Mississauga. Mississauga is going to get some 2.5. Brampton's 2.5. Downtown Toronto is going to be 0.2, no, 2.5. Richmond Hill is going to be 6.25. Scarborough and Stouffville is actually going to be parts of the Scarborough is 2.5, but parts of most of the Scarborough is actually 6.25, and Stouffville is going to be 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Asha is going to get 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Barrie is going to stay as 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Beverly has 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Or 2.5. Georginia is going to be 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So that's snowfall actually. So Long Beach, Thunder Beach, all the beach done. So y'all don't need to do anything for that cities. So let's go to next hour. This is actually snowfall for Peterborough. So let's go to 10 a.m. So London is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Whiteton is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Lionshead Ober is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Exit Hope is way 0.25. So for Elgin, Hanover is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Collingwood, Midland is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Southern Bay, it's going to be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Adela, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Hills is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So Newmarket So Newmarket, Orangeville, Snowfall is going to be 6.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Scarborough, Snowfall, Delta, Toronto, Richmond Hill, Mississauga, Oakville, Hamilton. Those cities are going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Brampton is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So Oshawa, Uxbridge is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Cobourg is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Peterborough is going to get some like 2.5 no 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Balboa is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara on the lake is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Niagara Falls City is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, including Niagara on the lake. That's corrected now. Let's do Hanover again. So Hanover is actually 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Whiteton doesn't need to change. So any missing city, there is almost nothing. Rodella is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to 1 p.m. So a little bit better. So Whiteton is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Lionshead is going to get some 2.5. Hobbs Bay is going to get 0.25. So Port Elgin is going to get 2.5. Hanover is going to get some 6.25. Palm Beach is going to be 0.25. Thunder Beach is going to get some 2.5. South Bay is going to be 6.25. Midlands is nothing. So Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Orlando is going to be 0.25 millimeters of rain falls. So London, London is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara Falls City, Niagara on the lake is going to be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Parts of Niagara Falls City 0.25. So Hamilton, Oakville, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, Downtown Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Uxbridge, not Uxbridge, so Oshawa. It's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Oshawa, Uxbridge, that was the actual city, is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, but yeah. So Cobourg, Peterborough, 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Balboa is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So we did Port Elgin Honors. So by a ton, like I said, obey. So Bombay's trying to be Sotheby done. So that's done. So let's go to Newmarket Orangeville Snowfalls. Newmarket Orangeville Snowfalls is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to next hour, which is 4 p.m. actually. So Hobbs Bay is good. Hobbs Bay, Palm Beach, Stun Beach, Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Orlando is good. Oakville, Hamilton, Oakville, Mississauga, Brampton, Down Orangeville, Downtown Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, parts of Scarborough, Stouffville, Uxbridge, possibly Peterborough, Niagara, and 8 parts of Niagara Falls City on the line. So those Midland or those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Port Elgin onwards is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So let's do Thunder Beach. Yes, this is the same. So Cobourg, Belleville is going to Joshua is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara Falls City is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. London is going to get some. Let's do it again. So London's actually is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to next hour. Also, don't need to change. So let's go to actually next hours. So 7 p.m. So let me do total precipitation 24 hours because this is not enough for the skip 3 hours. So London is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. The second highlight video is 10 minutes. So Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, down to Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, parts of Scarborough, Stouffville, Uxbridge, Peterborough, Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Olalla, Salt Lake Bay, Midland. Those cities are gonna get Niagara and the lake parts of Niagara Falls City. Those cities are gonna get some zero Palm Beach. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Scarborough, parts of it, Cobourg, Oshawa, parts of it, Belleville, and parts of Niagara Falls City. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25, no, 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. And this doesn't change, so it stays at 0.25. So let's go to next hour, which is okay, it's gonna take a minute. So okay, now we could go to next hour, which is 7 a.m. There's nothing this precious. So 10 a.m. there's nothing else. 1 p.m. there's nothing else. 4 p.m. there is something. So line said always going to be 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to 7 p.m. So Line said, Bay, Whitetown, Port Elgin, Hanover, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Southern Bay, Vinland, Olalla, Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Hills, London, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, down Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, down to Toronto, the South Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Uxbridge. Uxbridge is different. So those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. That's actually correct beyond Scarborough, actually. So gonna fix that later. So after we finish the western south the Ontario, including Niagara. So Hamilton, Oakville, Niagara on the lake is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara Falls City is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So Oshawa is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Uxbridge is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of sleet. So Peterborough is actually going to say nothing, including Cobourg. Cobourg, Belleville is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So let's go to next. Okay, let's start again. Let's do next hour actually. So let's do. We're not doing 10 a.m. 10 p.m. actually. So it's 4 p.m. we done. So 7 p.m. is done. So let's go to 7 a.m. So Whitetown line say. Oh no, it's gonna be Hope's Bay. Port Elgin, Hanover, it's going to get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall, so we're calling it doesn't count. So Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Southern Bay, Midland, it's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall during line's hits. So let's go to next hour, we're now doing 480, so 10 a.m. Line's head will be Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Salt Lake Bay, Midland, Olalla, Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Hills. Those are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Support Elgin, Hanover is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to Wyerton. This is gonna get 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. That's the actual one. So let's go to, it's gonna take a minute. So it's going to go to next hour, 1 p.m. So Wyerton, Hopes Bay, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Southern Bay, Midland, Olalla, Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Niagara on the Lake, parts of Niagara Falls City, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Mississauga, Brampton, Oshawa, parts of it, Uxbridge, those seats, Boyles in Hanover, those seats are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next hour. Actually, parts of Niagara Falls City is 2.5 millimeters of snowfall also. So let's go to next hour. It's gonna take a minute. 4 p.m. So Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Barrie, Beverly Hills, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Parsippany, Niagara on the Lake, London, Hobbs Bay, Port Harvard, Barrie. Those cities are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, including in the parts of Niagara Falls City. So let's go to next hour. Uxbridge is going to get 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to next hour. It's going to take a minute. So 7 p.m. This is October 1. So Collingwood, Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Barrie, Beverly Hills, Tofu, London, Niagara Falls City, Niagara on the Lake. Those cities are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 7 a.m. So that was 7 p.m. before. So Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Solid Beach is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to 10 a.m. Well, Sunny Beach, Solid Beach is going to get 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. You know if I say Solid Beach, so 1 p.m. So Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, downtown Toronto. Well, this borderline in between hill. It could be walking also. Newmarket is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, including Solid Beach, Thunder Beach. So ignore Thunder Beach actually. So let's go to next hour. Not doing Honolulu. Honolulu is too far north from snowfalls. So 4 p.m. So London, Niagara Falls City, parts of Niagara on the Lake, Thunder Beach, Solid Bay is going to be Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, downtown Toronto, Richmond Hill. Newmarket is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So parts of Niagara on the Lake is going to get 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to 7 p.m. So it's going to be borderline between here, Brampton, somewhere. It's going to be borderline Wagon and Brampton. Niagara Falls, city parts of Niagara on the Lake, London. Those cities are gonna get London, Thunder Beach, Sotheby is gonna get ignore Sotheby. Those cities are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to 24 hours after that. Doing 7 p.m. It could be 7 or 8 p.m. actually. So Whiteton is 5 millimeters, Collingwood 5 millimeters, Telford 3 millimeters, Scarborough 3.5 millimeters, Downtown 2 millimeters, Brampton is 2 millimeters, Mississauga is 2 millimeters, Newmarket is 2 millimeters, Orange was 2 millimeters, Uxbridge is 3 millimeters, Oshawa is 3 millimeters, Peterborough is 3 millimeters, Cobourg 3 millimeters, Belleville 5 millimeters, Niagara Falls City 5 millimeters, Niagara on the Lake 3 millimeters, Hamilton is 3 millimeters, so oak was 2 millimeters. So orange was 2 millimeters actually. So Hope's base 5 millimeters. Line said is going to be 4 millimeters. Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Solid Bay is going to be different. So Solid Bay is actually 4 millimeters. Thunder Beach is actually going to be 4 millimeters. Palm Beach is actually going to be 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters. The midline is actually going to be 4 millimeters, so 5 millimeters. So it's actually 5 millimeters is in, no, it's going to be 3 millimeters in midland. So Horlilla 3 millimeters, Barry is going to be 3 millimeters, Georgina is going to be 3 millimeters, Beverly Hills is 3 millimeters, so Port Elgin is going to be 6 millimeters, Harlem is going to be 6 millimeters. So let's go to next tower. Port Barry is already done, so it's going to be 3 millimeters. So let's go to next tower. No, it's 1 millimeters. So let's go to actually next tower, but it's going to be 7 p.m. So Mississauga's 1 millimeters, Brampton 1 millimeters, Downtown Toronto 0.7, Richmond Hill 0.7. So Orange World's going to be a little bit in the middle. So it's actually 1 millimeters. So Newmarket sees nothing else. So Whiteton Owen Sun 0.2 millimeters, Axis 0.3 millimeters. So actually 0.3 millimeters wide and one sound line said or B is going to be close to 1 millimeter. So it's going to be 0.8 millimeters, but So no, it doesn't. That's not the actual one. So it's actually 0.5 millimeters. Palm Beach, Thunder Beach is going to be different. So Palm Beach is actually going to be 0.7 millimeters. Solid Bay is going to be 0.9 millimeters. Thunder Beach is going to be 1 millimeters. Port Elgin, Hanover is going to be 0.7 millimeters. Okay, let's do Hanover again. So Hanover is actually going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. Port Elgin is going to be 0.7. So Whiteton Owen Sound is Whiteton is a little bit different. So it's actually 0.2 millimeters in Whiteton. So 0.2 is in don't count. One side doesn't usually count. So what's this? Okay, so Niagara on the Lake 0.7 Niagara Falls City is going to be just passing through the east. So it's going to be 0.2 millimeters. London is going to be 0.7 or 0.8. 0.7 or 0.8 millimeters in London. So Marilla is going to be 0.6 millimeters. So Betty is going to be 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to Midland. Midland is actually going to be like 0.6 millimeters of rainfall. Babel passes through. So let's go to next 7 p.m. Let's see any difference for 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. There is no difference. Let's go to 8 p.m. first, so it's easier. So this is 66 hours. So London's 3 millimeters, Whitehead 1 millimeters, Collingwood 1 millimeters, Brampton 1 millimeters, Mississauga 1 millimeters, Downtown 1 millimeters, Stowe 1 millimeters, Carbon 1 millimeters, Oshawa is 1. Actually, it's going to be 0.7. Uxbridge is going to be 0.7 millimeters. So Coburg is going to be 0.7. Peterborough could be 0.7. Belleville is going to be 0.6 millimeters. Bombay, Sunny Beach, South Bay is going to be 0.7. Midlands actually 0.6 millimeters. Honolulu 0.7. So Barrie is going to be 0.8 millimeters. Beverly Hills is 0.7 millimeters. 0.8. Georginia is going to be 0.7 millimeters. So in Port Elgin, Hanover is going to be different. So Hanover is actually 1 millimeters. No, it's going to be 1.5 millimeters. No, it could be 2 millimeters for Port Elgin, Hanover. So line said Obey is going to be 2 millimeters of rainfall. So could be like 2 millimeters of rainfall. So high line said Obey. So Newmarket Orange Tofu is going to be 0.7. No, it's gonna be 1 millimeter in orange. Well, Newmarket is also could be 1 millimeter of rainfall. So Stoffel is 1 millimeter. So let's go to next hour. Oh, Niagara Falls City is 3 millimeters. Niagara on the Lake is 1 millimeters. Hamilton is 2 millimeters. Oklahoma Heavy is 2 millimeters. Like this could be borderline 1 millimeters of rainfall. So it's actually could be 2 millimeters, but most of the time it's 1 millimeter. So it could be 2 millimeters in Oklahoma, the whole city, actually. So let's go to 7 p.m. Then it compares or it goes to the limits. So let's go to look at total snowfall, 24 hours, 9 to 1 morning, daytime. So 8 p.m. January 9th. So 1.6 is Peterborough. Stoffel was 0.1 centimeters. So Belbel is nothing. It could be Georginia is going to be 0.2 centimeters. It could be 0.1 also. So let's go to next hour, which is 24 hours after that, which is, oh, a little bit 1 hour off. Do it again. So first 8 p.m. there is nothing. Second 8 p.m., 7 p.m. A little bit different. So white is 1.4 centimeters, column is 1.3 centimeters. So Hope's way is going to be like 1.5 centimeters. Line said is going to be 1. So 1.6 is the line said. So London is 1.4 centimeters. So Brampton's total, which Hill is going to be 1.0 centimeters. Scarborough is going to be 0.5. So Mississauga is 0.3. So Newmarket 0.9, Uxbridge 0.7, Arshall 0.2, Peterborough 0.3, Coburg 0.3, Balboa 0.4. Barry is going to be 0.9, Georgina is going to be 0. Could be 0.8 actually. So Beverly ISO 0.9 centimeters, Odella is going to be, okay, Odella is actually 0.7 millimeters, 0.6 is Solid Bay, Midland is going to be, Midland's actually is going to be 0.5 centimeters. Bombay's is actually 0.6, 0.7. 0.7 is in Thunder Beach, so it's very close to each other. So 1.5 is in Port Elgin. Hanover is going to be 1.4 centimeters of snowfall. Let's go to Orange Walls. So Orange Walls is going to be 1 centimeters, but that's actually too low, too high. So it's actually going to be 1.4. So 1.3. The 1.5 centimeters is in orange walls, so let's go to the next tower. Oh, let's do it again. Stop it. So let's actually go to the next tower. 7 p.m. actually. So Brighton is 4.8 centimeters. Column is to 4.6 centimeters. 1.2 is London. 1.9 centimeters is in Brampton. Down to Toronto 0.9, including Mississauga. So Richmond Hill is going to be 1.9 centimeters. Toefl is going to be 2.7. Scarborough is also 1.9. Nassau is 1.6. Uxbridge with 2.2. Newmarket is 2.5. Orange was 2.4. Peterborough is the 1.9. Coburg 0.2. Balboa 0.5. Barry is going to be 3.7. No, it's going to be 3.6. Georginia is going to be 2.4 centimeters. Balboa, the ISOs is the Beverly ISO is actually going to be 3.2 centimeters. No, it's going to be 3.1. Odella is going to be 3.4 centimeters. Solid base is 4.5. Thunder Beach is actually going to be 4.3 centimeters. Bomb base is going to be even 4 centimeters. So it's 3.7 centimeters. Some snowfall. The host bay is going to be 4.8 centimeters. 4.7. Line said it could be 4.6 centimeters. Port Elgin is going to be 5 centimeters. Hanover is also going to be 5 centimeters. So let's go to next tower. Oh, Niagara on the Lake 0.9, Niagara Falls is 2.9, Hamilton is 1.1, 1.0 is an Oakville. So let's go to next tower, the actual Midland. So Midland is actually going to be 3.6 centimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next tower actually. So Orange Wall is going to be 2.4 centimeters. Let's go to the next actual hours. So 7 p.m. actually. So 0.6 centimeters is in London. Whitehall 0.4 centimeters. Collingwood 0.1. Brampton 1.1. 0.1 is in Scarborough. Toefl down to Toronto. So Mississauga is going to be 1.1. So Richmond Hill is going to be 0.2 centimeters. Newmarket is 0.1. Uxbridge 0.2. Arshall 0.1. Coburg 0.1. Niagara on the Lake 0.3, Niagara Falls City 0.4, Hamilton 0.1, Oakville lightest 0.1, heaviest is going to be 1 centimeters. So Port Elgin 0.4, Hanover 0.4, so Lionshead or Bay 0.4, Palm Beach. Turtle Beach is going to be 0.6 centimeters, but Turtle Beach is going to be 0.8 centimeters. Salamis are actually 0.5 centimeters. Midlands actually could be 0.5 also midland. So Olilas also could be 0.5 millimeters, centimeters. So Bay 0.2 centimeters, 0.1. So we did Barton. So let's go to the next Peterborough again Balboa discounts. So let's go to the next hour. Unless we miss Richard Hill. So there's no next hour. Let's look at total freezing rains. So 7 p.m. there is nothing else. Let's go to 24 hours after that. There is nothing else. Let's go to 24 hours after that. So there's nothing. 0.2 freezing millimeters of freezing rain. So full Scarborough 0.2, Oshawa's 0.3, Uxbridge sees nothing. Peterborough 0.5, 0.3 is also could be Uxbridge. So let's go to 24 hours after that. It is 7 p.m. We might compare 114, 1 and 12. So snowfall 0.2 millimeters, 3.5 are Uxbridge. Oshawa is 1.3, Peterborough is 1.2. Belleville is 0.8 millimeters of freezing rain. So Goldberg sees nothing or gets 0.1 millimeters. So now you can compare like 114 and 112. So I'm gonna put a different tab. So let's see the difference. There is no difference. So let's look at total freeze grade actually. So 7 p.m. today, like a little bit off. So let's actually refresh. So let's actually go back to so 7 p.m. there is nothing else. Let's go to 7 p.m. January 9th. There is nothing else. Let's go to January 10th. So Coburg is going to be 0.2 millimeters, 25 millimeters of rainfall, 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. Balboa is going to get 0.26 millimeters freezing rain. Let's go to 24 hours after that. Something's changing. So, so Coburg is going to get some 0. No, it's going to be 3 millimeters of rainfall, freezing rainfall. So Balboa is 3 millimeters freezing rains. So Peterborough, no, Peterborough is a bit lower. So Peterborough could get some 2 millimeters of rainfall, freezing rainfall. So let's go to 114 hours. There is should be no changes to the subdivision. There is no changes. So Peterborough is 2 millimeters freezing rain actually. So air temperature patterns. So nothing's 10 p.m. So 3 p.m. So London 5 degrees, Whiteham 4 degrees, Collingwood 3 degrees, Brampton 4 degrees, Downton 4 degrees, Scarborough 3.5, Stouffville 3 millimeters, Mississauga is going to be 3.5 centimeters, Oshawa is 2 millimeters. No, it's not millimeters, it's degrees. Uxbridge is 1 degrees, 2 degrees in Newmarket, Orangeville is 3 degrees, Peterborough is 2 degrees, Coburg 3 degrees, Belleville 2 degrees, Niagara on it, like 8 degrees, Niagara Falls is 7 degrees, Hamilton is 6 degrees. So 6 degrees is also cold. The warmest temperature, coldest temperature is 4 degrees, close to. So Orange was 3 degrees. We did that. So line said it will be 4 degrees. For Elgin going to be 4 degrees. Hanover is going to be 3 degrees. So Palm Beach, Sunny Beach is going to be 3 degrees. Salisbury is going to be 2 degrees. Midlands actually is going to be 2 degrees. So Alala is going to be So Olala's actually is going to be 2 degrees. Georginia is going to be Georginia is actually is going to be 2 degrees. Beverly Isles is going to be 2 degrees. So Bellary is going to be 1 degree, 2 degree. So let's actually close this double check. So we did Georginia Bell Lake Senko. That's like 3 hours from now. So it's gonna double check everything. It's gonna take a minute. So let's go to 7 a.m. London 7 degrees, Whitehall 6 degrees, Collingwood 6 degrees. How long the video is? 40 minutes. Tofu 4 degrees, Scarborough 4.5 degrees, Downtown Toronto 5 degrees, Brampton is 5 degrees, Mississauga is 5 degrees, Oshawa is 4 degrees, Uxbridge 4 degrees, Newmarket 4 degrees, including Orangeville, Peterborough 4 degrees, Cobourg 5 degrees, Belleville 4 degrees, Hamilton 6 degrees, everywhere in Niagara Falls 8 degrees, Lions Head, Old Bay 6 degrees, Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Solid Bay 5 degrees, Midland 5 degrees, Boyles is 6 degrees, Harlem is also 6 degrees, so let's do Harlem again, 6 degrees. Local warmest temperature is 6 degrees. Local warmest temperature is 6 degrees also. So let's go to Lake Sinkos. So Barrie 4 degrees, Georgina 4 degrees, Beverly 4 degrees, Olala 4 degrees. So let's go to next hour. Let's do it again. Next hour, 3 p.m. So London 9 degrees, Port Elton 3 degrees, Hanover is going to be 3 degrees, Hanover again is going to be 3 degrees. Lions Head, Bay is 3 degrees, Collingwood 4 degrees, Palm Beach going to be 4 degrees, Thunder Beach, Solid Bay is going to be 3 degrees. So Barrie 6 degrees, Georgina is going to do the later. So Niagara and Lakes 12 degrees, Niagara Falls City is 13 degrees, Hamilton is 10 degrees, Oakville whatever temperature is 10 degrees. So the warmest temperature is 10 degrees, the cold is 11 degrees. So 11 degrees in Mississauga, Brampton is 11 degrees, Richmond Hill is going to be 11 degrees, Stouffville with 11 degrees. Scarborough 11 degrees, down to Toronto 11 degrees, Sunny Mark is 9 degrees, Orangeville is going to be 8 degrees, Uxbridge is 10 degrees, Oshawa is 10 degrees, Peterborough 8 degrees, Cobourg 9 degrees, Belleville 7 degrees. So let's do Lake Sinkos. So Barrie is actually going to be 6 degrees, Georgina is going to be 7 degrees, so Beverly Isles is going to be. Let's do Olala first. So Olala is going to be 6 degrees. 7 degrees, so it's actually going to be 8 degrees. Isn't oh la la, so that's oh la la. So 7 degrees, but it's actually going to be 8 degrees in oh la la. So Georginia, do that later. So Beverly Isles is going to be, let's see the closest temperature, it could be 9 degrees. Let's see if it's actually 9. So it could be like, Georginia is actually 7 degrees, so Beverly Isles is actually going to be different. So Beverly Isles is 8 degrees, so that's a temperature, actual temperatures. Let's go to next hour. Might say next hour earlier than that. Let's go to 7 a.m. So London -2, Whitehall -3, Collingwood -1, -1 Newmarket Orange Falls, Tofu -1, 0 Scarborough, Downtown 1 degrees, Mississauga 1 degrees, Brampton 0 degrees, so Richmond Hill is going to be 0 degrees, Oshawa is 2 -2 degrees, Wilkes-Barre -3, Peterborough -2, Cobourg -0, Belleville -3, -1 is Niagara, 1 degrees, Niagara Falls City is 0 degrees, Hamilton, Oakville is going to be 1 degrees in Mississauga, so Richmond Hill is done. So let's do the easiest. So line said Bay is going to be -1 degrees. It can be -2 degrees, but it's actually going to be -1 degrees. So Palm Beach is actually going to be -3 degrees. Thunder Beach is actually going to be -2 degrees. Solid Bay is going to be -3 degrees. So Barrie is going to be -2 Barrie. So Georginia is going to be -1 degrees. Beverly Hills is going to be Beverly Isles is actually going to be -2 degrees. Olala is going to be so Olala is actually going to be Olala is -6 degrees. So Finland is actually going to be, let's see, it's going to be -5 degrees. Port Elgin is going to be -2 degrees. Hanover is going to be -2 degrees. So it's actually -2. So let's do Bombay, Sun Beach again. So we don't need to do those cities. So let's go to 3 p.m. March has 1 degrees. 1 degree in Collingwood, but 2 degrees in London. Line said obey 1 degrees. 4 Elgin is going to be 2 degrees. Hanover is going to be 2 degrees. Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Solid Bay, Midland 1 degrees. Olala, Berry, Georginia, Beverly Hills 1 degrees. Newmarket, Orange Falls, Stowe Falls 1 degrees. Oshawa is 1 degrees. Peterborough 1 degrees. Coburg 1 degrees. Uxbridge 0 degrees. Brampton, Downtown Toronto, Mississauga is 2 degrees. Hamilton 2 degrees. Old Coast 2 degrees. Everywhere in Niagara Falls 3 degrees. Belleville is 0 degrees. So let's go to next hour. So it's possible. So 7 a.m. -2 Whitehall, -2 Collingwood, -3 London. Line said Bay is going to be -2 degrees. 4 hours in my Honolulu, -2 degrees. Thunder Beach, Solid Bay is going to be -1 degrees. Bombay's 1 degree, -1 degrees. So -2, Listen, Midlands, Olilla -2, Barrie -3, Georgia -1, Beverly -3 degrees. So -2 is in Brampton, Stouffville, Scarborough, 1 -1.5. So Mississauga -1 degrees, down to Toronto -1 degrees, Richmond Hills -2 degrees, Hamilton -1, Oakville -1, Niagara on the Lake -1, Niagara Falls City -2, Oshawa was -1, -3 is in Uxbridge, -3 is in Northern Newmarket, so -2 is in Peterborough, Coburg is -0 degrees. 0 degrees is in Belleville, so let's go to next tower. London -2, Whitehall -6, Collingwood -5, Newmarket, Orangeville -5, Stouffville -4, Scarborough -3. -2 is at Data Toronto, Mississauga -2, Brampton -3, Richmond Hills -3, Oshawa is -4, Uxbridge -6, Peterborough -5, Coburg -3, Belleville -3. Oakland, Hamilton is -1. Oakland -1. Everywhere in Niagara Falls is -5. Line said Bay is gonna be -6 degrees. Palm Beach is actually going to be the lowest temperatures. So it's going to be -5.5 degrees. -5 is in Tatterbury. Salisbury is going to be -6 degrees. Midland is going to be -6 degrees. So 6.5, -6.5 actually. So Alala is going to be -7. Barrie is going to be -6 degrees. Georginia is going to be -5 degrees, -6 degrees in Beverly Isles. Actually, -5 is Beverly Isles. So Barrie is done. So Port Elgin -5 degrees. Hanover is going to be -5.5 degrees. So let's go to 7 a.m. 1 or 2 hours. So Whitehall -1, Collingwood -3, London -3, Brampton -3, Stouffville -3, -2.5 Scarborough, Mississauga is going to be -3 degrees, Downtown Toronto -3 degrees, Winchester -3, Oshawa -3, Uxbridge -4, Newmarket, Orangeville -3, Peterborough -4, Coburg -2, Belleville -3, Niagara on the Lake -2, Niagara Falls City -3, Hamilton -3, Oakville -3. Local again -2, the warmest temperatures. So let's do Lineshead OB is going to be -1 degrees. Bomb Beach is -2 degrees. Thunder Beach is all the base -1 degrees. Midland's going to be -3 degrees. So Bomb Beach. Barrie is going to be -4 degrees. Georginia -3 degrees. Beverly Hills is -4 degrees. Orla is going to be -3 degrees. So Port Elgin is going to be going 0 degrees. Harlem is going to be -1 degrees. So let's go to 4 p.m. Wyatt at 1 degrees, Lineshead Obey 1 degrees, Port Elgin, Harlem is 1 degrees, Collingwood 0 degrees, London 0 degrees, so Brampton is 1 degrees, Downtown under 1 degrees, Mississauga 1 degrees, -1 is Suffolk, Scarborough 0 degrees, Newmarket Orange Hills -1 degrees, Uxter is -2, Oshawa is -0, -1 Peterborough, Coburg is 1 degrees, Belfast 1 degrees, Verdi -1 degrees, Georginia is 0 degrees, Beverly Hills is -1 degree, Solilla is 0 degrees, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Solomon, Midland is 1 degrees, Niagara on the Lake is 1 degrees, Niagara Falls City is 0 degrees, 1 degree is in Hamilton, Oka, again. So this is the end of the video.